There it is. Hi,
That's
everybody.
hi.
Mr. Moose Pete Dassey here, and alongside of me to the right is the Becca Lou, and oh, there she. Oh, you're at work again, or what?
Yep, I'm at
And
work.
and then Paul down on the bottom,
Hi there.
from the one and only Scotland Yard. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, tell the guys they said hi there, Ashka. Becca.
I will.
Okay.
Now, first of all, have to say this that um, by my calculations, I reckon we started doing these chats, Pete. I would say just under a year ago. It would have
Yeah.
been not October. I think it was November
Yeah.
that we first started it. And I'd have to first of all say, what a transformation in yourself, in your sort
Yeah.
of comprehension of
Yeah.
everything to do with you know putting out videos and stuff.
Yeah. And you can
My
see.
mess. Yeah,
I'm a little bit more calmer, and
yeah,
before I
yeah.
was like this, and now I'm just saying, hey, bring it on, bring it
Exactly,
on.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah. No, it's
there was a comment earlier that Kim West made, and I didn't really like it, but whatever she thinks. But we're like Becca, like I do the Friday show. I don't know if you seen her comment earlier. Can you understand what she means by that? I didn't like it.
She's just
Yeah, can you explain it to me, Becca?
I don't think she necessarily agrees with these chats, but it's
Oh,
very
okay.
simple. She just doesn't have to watch them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's other YouTube things on. I mean, if she doesn't like us, turn us off.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
That's my
I don't
guess is
understand. I
that.
got
But
stumped by that.
every
Yeah, I
wherever
don't.
you have people who do anything in life, you're going to have someone who doesn't like it,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
not
you're
your
gonna have
problem.
yeah, you're gonna have negativity. So I don't
Hi,
care because
Angie.
I don't care because I like this just as much as our show on Friday.
yeah,
Right.
So yeah,
yeah. I think it's.
But yeah, that's
I mean, I first met you at the rally in Manitowoc,
yeah.
2019. And
2019. Yeah,
I
I
don't
even
think we
got a
had. We
little.
don't.
I even
Yeah,
got a little clip of that you hugging somebody.
yeah,
oh.
and I was handing
Yeah,
out. I was handing out my little flyers, wasn't I?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the dude was
If I
there.
wasn't yeah if I wasn't using this, I could bring it up real quick and show you. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
but
don't
no,
know.
it was.
I think maybe Becca Lou might have it somewhere, but I don't. She's not at home right now. So
Yeah, no, it was just a case of you know I've sort of mentioned to you in the past. I think about coming on and doing a wee bit chat and stuff. And I'm
yeah,
just glad that you've started doing it. I mean, it's look we're not here to try and really get down into the depths really of who Kathleen Zellner is pointing the finger at, because as I say, it's one of those things where we have to be so careful, you know, um, here about talking about people who could then say that they are being denied the presumption of innocence that Stephen Brendan have been denied. So, what we can do is
Right.
we can stick together, we can support Brendan, but we can also have a good chat and a good laugh about stuff. So, ladies first, what have you been doing? How long ago has it been since we had our last chat? Would it be about 3 weeks?
are you
Was it
talking to
really?
Becca? Yeah.
I think it's about 3 weeks. Yeah,
Has it been 3 weeks? I feel like we did this last weekend.
not last
Uh,
weekend because I was
Oh,
yeah.
down in
No. Yeah,
Cheltenham.
we didn't have it because he came back and he said if it was a possibility, it would be later, and I didn't reply, but it's all up to him if he wants to run it. If he wants to do the show.
No,
But
I
yeah, it
was,
wasn't. Yeah, there wasn't definitely one last week. So.
no, I
oh. See,
was,
I
I
have
was.
no concept of time, so
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah. See, Becca feels comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to then, Becca?
oh my gosh, I've been so busy mailing out wristbands. I got like
Yeah,
maybe a handful left. Halloween's coming up. There's a food event coming up on the 7th. Brendan is having a gyro cheeseburger.
Right.
So,
Why not?
if anybody wants to join in, have if you have a gyro or a cheeseburger, or if you can find a gyro cheeseburger, go ahead and take a picture of it on Thursday, the 7th, and send me the picture, and I'll send it to him. He really enjoys those, getting those kinds of pictures and stuff.
Forgive my ignorance. What is a gyro cheeseburger? I know what a cheeseburger is, but what's a gyro cheeseburger?
My guess is a lamb burger with the sauce and stuff that you would normally put on a gyro, but on a bun.
But what is a gyro?
Is it gyro? Is that how you guys say it?
Yeah,
No,
it's actually gyro. Yeah.
but I don't know
Gyro?
what
Okay.
what do we what does that I mean, as I say, I know about a cheeseburger.
It's a
Gyro
Greek.
suggests. All
A
right.
gyro is it's a Greek. It's lamb in a
Right.
in a foldable bread, and it's got like onions and like a cucumber sauce.
Right. Okay. Okay. So Greek style.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Okay.
Greek
Okay.
pita sandwich, like what Caroline just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
that. We had Ethnic Fest a couple weeks ago, and they had you see gyro of this and gyro of that. So
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So getting
they're
back to the
very good
days of the
stuff.
ancient
They're
Greek.
very good. Yeah, they're
They're
very
very
good stuff
good.
when they put
Yeah.
them together. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about a gyro cheeseburger. He had to explain that one to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's excited for it. He's excited to see everyone join in with him, and then his birthday's coming up.
I was about to say, have we not got a big event in less than 2 weeks now?
Right, on the 18th, or no, the
Oh, the
19th
18th,
is his birthday.
19th.
It's
Sorry,
the
19th.
19th. Yeah.
I'm thinking 16th, but no, yes. Today's the 3rd. So 16 days time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just think he'll be 32 already.
I know.
Yep. He'll
Oh
be
my God.
32.
Yeah. Where did the time go?
You know, it's. I'm sure at times time seems to fly, but I'm sure in his situation, time definitely doesn't fly, does it?
No, I can imagine when you're in there, it must go really slow.
Yeah. So
Right.
Pete, you managed to visit Brendan today?
Yeah, I just got back a little while ago. Well, a couple hours ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
he kicked my butt at King's Corner, and
All
then
right.
I got him a little bit on shampoo, and then we did garbage. Garbage went back and forth. Went back and forth. When I went, I said, "Hey, I hauled you out to the garbage," and he starts laughing. So, they're very cool games. So.
And was it just
And then I told them about the little Halloween thing that we're gonna do. Becca and our crew here, and we're gonna dress up for the Friday before Halloween. So I
yeah?
gotta see.
Yay!
I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna come up for a mask.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just keep the same one on. No, I'm just kidding. I
You
don't.
see, you guys have to dress up to look scary. For me, I don't need to dress up to look scary. I'm already scary.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, he's doing really good. He says hi to everybody. I mentioned that I might be doing a show with you today, and
Yeah.
he's doing really good. His spirits are up there, and he actually called somebody in Canada and talked to her,
Well,
and yeah, I guess he only got 3 words in, and the girl, I forgot who it was, and the girl like said 500 words to his only to only his
Aw.
5. So well, that's what it's a first time call. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
he
so
was explaining to me
oh
how that worked because I was
yeah, I
curious about
remember what
that.
her name is now, Susan Anderson.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I was thinking that was her that called.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I said, you
Yeah.
didn't have no phone troubles. He goes, no, because Canada is still considered. Isn't it still considered part of the
North
U.S.?
America. Yeah, it's North
Yeah,
America, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad that she heard from him. She's an amazing supporter.
Yeah, you said I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I says, yeah, maybe that's one of those. My stepson, his wife is like that. Uh, yeah, he had his tea today. He likes he likes the green tea, but he rather have the I guess there's peach, and he won out over me. I was going to take the peach tea, and he got the last one, but otherwise, yeah, he likes peach tea.
Yeah, but
Nice.
Pete, you've been married more times even than I have, and I mean we're both well used to the idea of the girls not giving us a word in edgeways.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll just have to get used to it. You'll just have to get used to it because
Otherwise, for me, I have a busy weekend taking care of my wife, Laurie, and
yeah.
I just got done doing a little laundry when I came home, and I had the vacuum cleaner in my hands, giving her, and this and that and the other thing. I even managed to decorate the windows for Halloween.
Busy fella. And I
I
did
know.
enjoy those pictures that you posted on Facebook of yourself and you as a youngster, and then Brendan as a youngster.
Oh yeah, we talked about that today. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Aw.
you can see in you can see in the first photo how our smiles are together. You know.
I, I would have to disagree with this.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Well, I didn't mean it. If she's trying to get back at me because of the 500 words to his. No, I think what I'm trying to say, not in a bad way. I'm just saying in a good way that he hasn't really. That's the first time she talked to Brendan, and
Right.
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't
She
mean
was
it
so
that.
excited to probably
Yeah,
hear from
yeah.
him that she was just
I wasn't
going,
making.
everything.
I wasn't making fun of her. Otherwise, I told
No,
Brendan.
we
Yeah.
we don't think so. Um,
Okay.
those 15-minute phone calls, 15-20-minute phone calls too, they go by fast. So you got to talk fast to get
Oh
something into
yeah,
him,
yeah.
yeah,
and
Yeah,
vice
next thing
versa.
you know, she comes out at the end. You got a minute left. That's like, holy shit.
wow, yeah,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
yeah. No, it's I haven't been very well since really sort of Thursday evening. Really struggling over the weekend, but starting to feel a little bit better. So I've actually opened up a wee can of IPA in celebration of the fact that we've managed to get back together
You
Aw.
got that.
for
Yeah,
another
you
wee
can tell you
chat.
got it. You can tell you got it in your nose.
I've been really struggling. Taking the I don't know. Do you have like Beecham's Night Nurse and all that kind of stuff? The flu remedy stuff. This, like the Lemsips. You make the hot drink with the paracetamol in it that's meant to
Oh
help
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
and then the tablets, the cold and flu tablets. So yeah, I've been stoking up on them, but no, I thought it would be good
So
to honour.
you got the cold and you got part of the flu, or
I think it's just a flu, isn't it? It's
okay.
I mean, it's like if I get a cold, it's just like a bit of a you know bunged up nose or whatever. But I'm okay physically. But I mean, since Thursday, I've had no energy whatsoever, which has been really hard
Oh yeah,
with the
yeah,
dog wanting me to
yeah, yeah.
play with him all the time, take him on walks, all
Oh
that
my
kind of
god,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. When you get sick like that, it drains you down. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're starting to feel better, Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, it's Pete was saying earlier in one of the messages, if you're not feeling too good, we can always skip it. But no, I didn't want to skip it again. And yeah, I mean,
Oh,
and that's
I disagree uh, uh, with that message right there.
yeah,
Do you want me to prove something? Do you want to hear her? I got her on the phone. She talks really awesome. You
yeah.
want to hear it? I got a maybe a 30-second message. I
Go for
think
it.
From Claire.
yeah,
Do
because
you
she
in
sent
in a
she sent us a gift, and I said thank you, and then now I got to find it here, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's got an awesome voice. Okay, you
I mean,
guys ready?
yeah.
Okay, you guys ready? I don't know if she is, but I don't know. I love her voice. Here she is, right here.
Both.
Thank you, Pete. Yes, I've
Can you
got
hear it?
him a Pokemon card and a Harry Potter because I couldn't choose. I will send them
Oh,
today. I'm also doing him a surprise party that no one knows, so wait for that. You and Laurie have a little gift from me coming tomorrow. Have a brilliant day at work. I love you all lots. Be safe. And yes, I will be on the YouTube chat tomorrow night. Love ya. Bye.
So what's wrong with that? Did you
You
hear
she
it
know,
okay?
sounds so stinking adorable.
I know. I know she blew me away when I played that. Holy great.
well, Diane, Jane and Diane. Diane, little
Yeah.
Misty, is also from the Birmingham area. She's a right Aston Villa fan, and to begin with, I couldn't really pick up much of a Birmingham accent. It was only occasionally. But I mean, if you've ever watched stuff like Peaky Blinders,
Yeah.
and also we had a comedian here in the UK a few years back. You don't hear so much of him nowadays, but Jasper Carrott was absolutely brilliant, and here's he's got a right Brummie accent because that's where they're from. You know, it's how they speak. But well, if you like that, I'll send you something that I got the other day,
I'm
and
just laughing
you'll have a laugh about it.
at Claire. She's got no, Pete. Don't do it.
Nah.
I don't know. I thought it was nice. What did you guys think? Seriously.
I thought she had an amazing voice.
I know. Me too, man. Wow. I don't know
Yeah.
why she's discriminating herself.
Well, we all
Oh,
think our own voices are annoying, you know?
yeah, yeah. I can imagine what people think of mine. No, I'm just kidding.
It's funny because I've had people try and sort of pick up whereabouts I'm from, and I've had people think that maybe there's a bit of Canadian, and you know, I've certainly. I mean,
Really?
I was born in London, but I don't have a London accent. I lived in Cheltenham, but I don't have a West Country accent. I live in Scotland. I don't have a Scottish accent. It's
Oh,
it
gee.
doesn't really matter. I mean, I like your accent, Pete. It's very warm and friendly, isn't it? You know, it's
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
it's that Wisconsin.
yeah.
It's the good side of
It's
Wisconsin
the it's
that we're.
it's the Trivers accent. Trivers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah,
actually
yeah,
got two. We actually got two wagons. They got two station wagons, kind of like that, and they got it says Trivers Taxi.
yeah,
They got two of them, and I like the way to spell it. Trivers.
yeah. Yeah, if you've ever listened to Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Effin' Darkness,
Yeah, yeah.
I always remember seeing a thing featuring him. It was like a GIF, and it said, "I could have told him eating bats was a bad idea." Oh dear. Um, I did want to ask you about something that I read. Um, it was following a tweet by Kathleen Zellner, and I mean, you know, for us within the making a murderer community, you know, we contrast the appalling quality of journalism, you know, by people like Emily Matasic and her crowd, and you compare that with John Farrack. Well, John Farrack did an article, didn't he? I think it was for Patch. Have you managed to read that one, Becca
Yeah,
or Pete?
I skimmed through it. Um,
Yeah,
about the one that he talks about how Making a Murderer 3 is holding up the courts and all that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
kind of I don't know. Like, I don't disagree with that thought, but
Mhm.
I don't necessarily think that it's what's holding up the courts.
You don't want to think that that could actually be the case. That
Right.
all that Wisconsin want to do. Have you managed to see it, Pete? Have you managed to
No,
read it? No.
no.
Okay, so basically, what Becca was saying, John Farrar did a really interesting article, and where he talks about, as you say, the the one thing that the Wisconsin courts do not want to do is give Netflix the footage for a Making a Murderer 3, which would involve obviously an evidentiary hearing, which would lead
Oh,
to
yeah,
like a Making a Murderer 4, where you're actually
yeah,
seeing the guys released,
yeah.
and then even a series 5 where all the bad actors are all being hauled, and they're being put on the stand and having to defend themselves. You know,
Well,
um,
for a long time, everybody was asking me at work and around town that is there going to be a 3 released? Is there
mhm,
going to be a 3 released? All I told them is I know they got enough to make a 3 or whatever, but
yeah.
I don't know if it's going to come out. But hey, thanks. Now I know because I didn't really know.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, would they want to do a Making a Murderer number 3 whilst the thing really hasn't changed that much? I suppose they might inevitably have to, just to show how things are being drawn out. How the
Oh
state is
yeah, yeah,
dragging out this
yeah,
this whole
yeah,
ridiculous
yeah.
um, case. No, I thought it was an excellent article, and I suppose, Becca, I'm a little bit more cynical of the the Court of Appeals and B, the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Yes, I can well see them not wanting, as John Farrar put it, it would be a black mark against Wisconsin. It would be the first time that anybody has been exonerated twice,
Right.
and that's the
Right. But
kind of
I guess in my mind I'm thinking like they would be more inclined to keep Stephen and Brennan in prison because, they don't want to be proven wrong or whatever, but not necessarily because of a documentary.
you
But
would
then
like you
again,
would like
I don't know.
you'd certainly like to think that these judges can see beyond um, what's the word I'm looking for? This trying to appear to be not influenced by the documentary. But I was pretty gobsmacked at the Court of Appeals denying Kathleen Zellner an evidentiary hearing, and I think what
Right.
what really struck me was, as so many people have pointed out, it appeared on the surface as if, and Kathleen Zellner's pointed out, that they just don't understand the case. But
Yeah.
are we really buying that they don't understand the case, or they just want to make it look as if they've somehow you know looked at everything and come to a decision? Is
I
is
think
it really ignorance on their behalf, or is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think ignorance is a good excuse, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I
I
can tell you
think
what
that
happened in
Wisconsin,
I can tell you what happened in Justice big time.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's yeah, I could tell you that they will do anything and everything to keep Brendan and Steven in prison.
yeah.
And if they can pull the ignorance card, then they probably would.
Ah, here's something interesting. Andrew's saying I was born in Hitchin, which is in, I think, London or London area. Lived in Stevenage. I'm now in
Okay.
the Fens. Guess where I was last Sunday? At the Mildenhall Fen Tigers.
Oh, nice.
I was watching Speedway, the Mildenhall Fen Tigers
Wow.
versus the Berwick Bullets. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out very good for Berwick. We ended up losing. Well, we lost the meeting 61-29, but we also had two riders miss the meeting. Well, they got as far as the first bend, and that was it. That was their meeting over. They
Yeah.
crashed out. It's just the way it goes, I suppose. But then 2 days later, they had a great win down at Sittingbourne against Kent.
Yeah. I like
I've been told that from
Clary's.
London. Eh?
I like Clary's message there. I wish that would come true.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it, is it this
all
one?
it takes is one person, like one person
Yeah,
higher up, like
one
Governor
person to
Evers
come. Yeah, yeah,
or Josh Call or somebody to finally be brave and to finally say, you know what,
yeah,
this is wrong and we need to fix it.
yeah.
Judge Duffin did
And the
it,
real killer is me. You know.
right? Judge Duffin did it, and and
Yeah.
he still believes in Brendan's innocence. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think personally, I think it's since Making a Murderer came out, there has been so many documentaries on Netflix
Yeah.
and other channels,
right,
but there's
Yeah.
been a whole interest in this, and I'm sure that it'll have a knock-on effect on the youngsters of today who have grown up with Netflix, going into studying the law, becoming lawyers, and they're going to have a much better idea of what you do and you don't do. But I think, unfortunately for Wisconsin, they do need to be made an example of. And I do hope that, as John Farrack pointed out, by the time it gets to Making a Murder number 5, it'll be Kathleen Zellner filing for hundreds of millions of dollars
Yeah.
for Steve.
right.
And I think also, obviously, Brendan is going to be deserving of a pretty big payout as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah. I always keep asking him what he wants to do. He says he wants to reinvent the video games or whatever.
yeah,
Make
yeah.
them, yeah, make them better than what they are. I know he can do it too. You know.
yeah,
He could. He,
Yeah.
I could see him designing like iPad games and stuff like that
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
he's constantly playing them on his pad and he's
Yeah.
constantly critiquing them and he's like, I could do this so much, and I'm like, yeah, you should though,
Yeah. Because he's telling me, well, if I got a hold of this, I would add this to make it more interesting. And I'm going,
right?
okay, what? Yeah, whatever. You know.
I agree.
I think he's got the talent to do it. Yeah.
that's interesting. Well, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we could have Making a Murderer today. Making a Murderer series 1 to 5. Today there was a tweet by Jerry Buting saying, Making a Murderer, the musical? No, I don't think so.
Making a murderer.
Maybe a tragic opera, but Making a Murderer, the game.
Oh, okay. That would probably go over big. I'd
Yeah, I
keep
could see
saying,
it now. You'd have shaking cabinets with keys falling out and aliens and
yeah. And Ken Kratz hung up on a thing or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
right. Yeah, let's feed Ken Kratz pills.
All the bad guys will have hooked up into the jail or whatever it is. Or I mean,
Right.
all the guys that put Brendan away will have that. We'll have them guys in the jail.
Yeah, no, he would do great as a video game tester and or
Yeah,
video
yeah,
game
yeah.
creator. I
Because
fully believe that.
he
He's
always keeps telling
he's
me,
got that kind of technical
yeah,
mind
yeah,
too
yeah.
where he can do that. So,
Because there's a couple games that he downloads on his thing at where he's at, and he says, "Chris, there's hardly nothing to this. I can actually add something to it to make it better." You
right.
know.
right.
So yeah, he just said they're playing after I get rid of them. I mean, after I go through them, definitely they're going to be different.
Right.
Thanks, Linda.
Hey Linda.
And
Hey, there's
Denise,
Linda.
is
Yeah.
that one of Denise's sayings? Plant a tree, not a key. Brilliant, brilliant. Love it, love it. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Listen,
Ken Kratz. That's a swear word. No.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is.
That just still burns me when I was in the court and he says, and I could just I don't know, I'm not gonna say this because I don't want to come over as a mean guy, but when he says, I said, I don't care whose fingerprints is on the key as long as Stephen Avery's is on there. And then one of the guys in the courtroom says, what if the real killer's fingerprints are on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just you can tell right there. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
hey,
yeah,
there's Barbie.
Right.
yep. Hi, Bob.
Yeah,
Hey, Barb.
yeah. When he said that, well, you can tell right there it was a setup.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, if the real killer's fingerprints was on the keys, you would say, well, let's go analyze it.
And have we also recently come across some latest phone calls? One that was on the I think the Friday, where Stephen is talking to Jody and talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the missing person. At the time, the missing
Right.
person, and he's talking about it. And people are trying to suggest that it was somehow, he's trying to cover himself. What a load of rubbish, to then what? To leave, to go on
Right.
the weekend and leave all the evidence behind. Nah, it's
yeah,
it really gets my goat that if Stephen Avery had said what Mike Holbach said,
yeah,
oh, the grieving process could last for days, everybody would have jumped on him,
yeah.
you know. But no, Mike Holbach can say that.
I
Nobody bats an
still,
eye.
I still wonder to this day, as when we were in the courtroom and everybody
Yeah.
and the hall box were on the other side, not one person had a tear in their eye. If somebody,
Mm.
if when somebody kills somebody, wouldn't you think somebody would be crying in the courtroom?
Well,
I mean,
Let me
that's the
let me
way I
tell you
look at
this.
it.
If one of my sisters or my mother or somebody was killed in the way that they described that she was
yeah,
killed, I would
Yeah,
be bawling.
yeah,
yeah. None of these guys had a tear in their eye. They just looked mad. I can understand, but none of them shedded a tear at all or nothing.
yeah.
I thought
And
that was
then
kind of odd.
yeah, and then Mike Holbach in when it came to sentencing was actually saying that Brendan should have taken the plea bargain.
Yeah,
Well, if Mike Holbeck, if you really think that Stephen Brendan and Brendan, in the case of sentences of Brendan, that Brendan had anything to do with this so-called murder of Teresa Holbach
yeah,
that was portrayed by the state, why would you be wanting him to take a plea bargain? If that had been genuine, you'd want him locked in prison and the key thrown away. You wouldn't want him to be taking
Yeah.
a plea bargain. It really did belie what the whole purpose of the this coercion of Brendan, what it was all about. It was all about getting at Steve.
Right.
It was
yeah,
just
yeah,
I
ridiculous.
I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with you because yeah, like you said, you wouldn't want them to take a plea bargain. You'd want them to stay in for life.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah,
plea bargain would be so that tells me that he feels kind of guilty that Brendan's in there for life.
yeah.
But
And then
why
you've
would
yeah.
got
he feel guilty
yeah,
unless
and
he
you
knew that Brendan was innocent?
and then you've got
Like Angie just said there. I still don't think Teresa
just
Hallback is dead. Even Barb too. Brendan's mom
mm,
says the same thing too. They think they just paid her off to go hide.
mm,
Or whatever. It could be possible. I heard rumors. I think I did see a picture somewhere that somebody took, and it looked almost just like her, uh, out of the state somewhere.
mm,
You
Oh,
know.
Teresa.
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you see anything
You
on it?
know, I fully believe personally that Teresa Hallbach is no longer with us.
Okay.
But that
Yeah.
being said, um, it's 100% like anything's possible in this case at this
Okay.
point.
Okay.
So
I mean, it could be possible. I'm not saying
it could
100%, but
be,
I'm
yeah,
just
it could.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think I've seen pictures of this person, and I don't want to say her actual name because I know people have been harassing her. But
Okay.
this one woman in Canada who looks
yeah.
a lot like her, but that was proven to be not like
Okay.
that's an actual person.
I
Okay.
mean, the thing is, everybody's got a double, haven't they? I mean, that they
Yeah.
reckon that
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody's got probably 6 or 7 people out
Yeah.
there in the world that look very, very similar.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
you know, in fact, they've even come across identical twins that aren't identical twins at all, but they're more identical than identical twins.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? But no, it really does bug me. the grieving process could last days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Days. Why days?
I don't know.
I,
I lost my cousin a few years ago and I still struggle with that. So I don't know how. I wish it only lasted days.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Well, I mean, I lost my brother a couple months ago, and I still kind of look around for him. I know he's gone,
Yeah.
but you know,
Right.
Well, I mean, I remember for the first couple of years, my dad passed away in 2008. For the first couple of years, I'd gotten so used to the idea of, 300 miles away, but if I ever had a query about something, I'd phone him up. And I was just about to phone him, and then it suddenly dawned on you, oh, you can't phone him. He's not got
Right.
a,
Exactly.
he's not, I've not got his, I can't speak to him anymore. And it's really strange. Uh,
Right. Yeah. I know a lot of things that Mike Hallbach said have been very like weird and kind of off for a person who's going through what he's going through. But and also I can't. It's hard for me because also I can't say like, oh well, he should be acting this way because I know people do weird things all the time and doesn't mean anything like bad. It's just the way it's like the only thing that he said that really made me like, whoa, what the is when he said when a reporter asked him, well, what happens if Teresa's alive and she comes back? And you're going through
yeah,
this trial and all that. And he said, well, that would really mess things up, wouldn't it?
oh,
yeah,
And
geez.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the one thing that he said that I was kind of like, wow,
yeah,
that
yeah,
tells you everything right there.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
for Brendan being opted to kill her that one time, I don't know. There was a little interview with me on YouTube. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
found it. That I was pulling up with the car, and he told me that he had a dream that that she was in kind of
yeah,
like a grim reaper thing, but she pulled the
yeah.
thing off, and it was her, and it just doesn't make sense. But for Brendan, it does because it would if he didn't kill her.
Well, Pete,
Right.
we don't get to see very much of you in either Making a Murderer Series 1 or Series 2, but yeah, that's one of the iconic ones of Series 1, isn't it? When, as you say, that they
I know
Yeah.
interview
you
you.
want to see it. You want to know how long they were here? 6 hours for all of that.
Aye, but that was for the second one,
Wow.
wasn't it?
Yes,
For the
yeah,
scene in
6 hours.
the
That part
garden,
with me with the birds and all that. Yeah, 6 hours from whatever, and if they didn't like anything, you had to stop it, and you couldn't have any extra sounds. And what am I supposed to shut the birds off or what? But no,
Right. Be like,
they had their
Birdman, you
picky
need to
thing.
quiet the birds down, please.
Yeah, I
Thank
know.
you.
yes,
Now if they're doing it today, it's no problem because the birds are gone. It's nice and quiet now.
Right.
But yeah, they had their little issues, too. So yeah, 6 hours for that little bit, but at least everybody said I did a pretty good job for my first time.
Oh yeah, you did amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I even had one of those big eyes looking at me, a big camera right there. Yeah. I could actually see myself in a big mirror inside.
yeah.
Chris, am I gonna make it?
Now you see when they come to you for Making a Murderer Series 3, you'll be so full of modern technology and doing YouTube videos. It'll be
Yeah,
water off a duck's back
yeah,
or
yeah,
water off a martin's back.
yeah. You got
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
you'll be
yeah,
absolutely fine with it. You'll be no problem at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
Yeah, you'll be able to show them your little studio
yeah, yeah.
where you do your YouTube.
Everything's on wires here.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's no wall. It's all wires.
Yep.
Yeah,
Final question then.
and then when your flag is that's actually a
Yeah.
curtain hanging. Yeah, and
Yes.
your
Yeah.
flag in the back is on a curtain. Yeah,
That's right. That's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Final question.
Okay.
Green Bay, 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tonight they've got.
We actually got what the heck do we got? I've been doing so much today. I got, like I said, I did the laundry and the vacuuming, and because the wife is tonight. Christ, who the heck do they have?
It's home. It's home. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not the
it's home.
Vikings, is it?
It's home though.
But it's.
Oh, Steelers.
Steelers, yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
had to think. Usually, I'm not like that. I'm like just like this, you know.
yeah. But they had a
Katie.
great win. Was it last week against San Francisco?
Yeah, yeah. Right out. Did you see that at
I
the end there?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers had 37 seconds to
yeah.
get down to the field goal, and then he kicked it. And maybe I'm a
Mason
little off
Crosby,
today.
51
Maybe I'm
yarder, wasn't it?
yeah. Then maybe I'm a little off today because going up by my son, I ran into like two or three storms. I had to slow down. And
Wow.
then I thought I had clear sailing on the way back, and then about halfway back, then I ran into another thunderstorm. So maybe that's what threw me off a little bit. Yeah,
Bob wasn't very impressed
yeah,
with the.
that's it. Barbie's got it right there. Flash that up. Yeah, that's about it right there.
I have
So
a question for Crockett Thomas because I'm confused.
Yes.
Who's Katie?
Uh,
I'm drawing a
Katie, I don't know.
blank on who Katie is.
I don't know.
hey, hi, Alice. Oh, Alice.
Hmm.
He's not coming back.
Oh well,
Okay.
Rocket Tom. Oh, the little sister.
the little
She
sister.
just
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she's on the bottom right.
Oh, all right. Right.
Okay. I'm sorry,
Wow.
I don't know all the sisters' names.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the thing is, yeah. I mean, obviously, Mike is the spokesperson for the family, but I mean, as you say, Pete, you you're the sort of person that can judge, the mood, the feeling, And as you were saying, if you're struck by the fact that nobody on the opposite side of the courtroom seems terribly upset, that does suggest, something that needs
Yeah, because
to.
I would have thought at least somebody would have had some tears running. I didn't get it. I know they looked disgusted. I understood that, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I know if that was me, I'd probably be shedding the tears, or if it was the other way around.
mm, yeah. Right. Anyway, I'm going to say cheerio, and
Okay,
we'll
are you gonna
catch up with
try
you.
going for a walk today, or
I'm going to have to because this dog has been pestering me. So yeah, I'm going to have to go and take him on another one just to try and get him so that he'll sit down at least for a wee while as we
yeah?
watch the American football on tonight.
How many miles do you walk with the dog?
Um, well, I've got this pacer app, and I try and do the full 10,000 steps per
Oh, okay,
day,
okay,
which works out about 10 kilometers, which is about 6 miles.
okay, okay.
Yeah, so try and do that.
Yeah, 6 miles. That'd be from a walk from Two Rivers to Manitowoc.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
little bit more. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. Well, hey, thanks for getting us together today. Because I was, when I heard your voice, I'm going, oh, maybe we're not going to have one today.
Yeah, Bob. There's a difference between no, the emotions that you're being told not to show in the courtroom is shouting out and
Oh,
hurling
okay,
abuse at one
okay,
another.
okay.
People are allowed to, people are allowed to be, show their humanity. That's not what that's not what the court is telling you. Surely they're not saying that you can't shed a tear.
Yeah, I just seen a little
I
piece on Ken Kratz. It comes up on YouTube, and that he was motioning to the judge or something on a
yes.
certain. Yeah, I catch a couple of these and I watch it. It's kind of hard because I don't really want to see Ken Kratz in the first place. But I've seen it, and then he was moving his hands to give the judge some signal or something. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys seen that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, lots of hand signals both
yeah.
to the judge
So
and to
yeah,
witnesses and all
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
I got a hand signals. I got a hand signal for him, but I don't want to use it.
Well,
Okay,
I
you know
can
what I mean.
I
Yeah,
can imagine. I can imagine.
yeah. But, Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm gonna let it's quarter
Well,
two, and or, I mean,
yeah, you do the closing ceremony if you could, please, Pete.
okay. Thanks for everybody for being here on our channel today, and we'll be back next week, same time, same bad channel. And for Becca Lou, thanks for being with us. It's always a pleasure. And the one and only fabulous Paul from Scotland Yards, don't you know? And and swab the deck. No. Okay, we'll
Yes.
see you guys, and thank you very much for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.